Here on Zebec Network, Zbcn. Before I get into the video, link in the description below. I created a Discord community, or looking to create a Discord community. Obviously, there's a link to join it in the description below. Just trying to create a community of like-minded investors. Again, please be patient with as far as the mods and building the community out. It's still very, very early on. I am looking for mods for the Discord. Please send me a DM if you're interested. But again, link in the description below. For the Discord, just trying to create an open-minded, very like-minded community of crypto investors. Link in the description below for that. But let's get into the video. So Zebec Network, you guys, trading volume's up around 5%, 55 million. Market cap up, 6.7%. Similarly to the price. 00's 5.4. Had a very nice last 7 days or so. This is a very healthy looking chart for a 7-day. Over the last month, I think still very healthy looking, up 53%. Down here, lows of 00's 2 back in July, and has climbed up in peaks and valleys, right, up on the way up, but consistently on the way up. I mean, we're talking about over the last 11-12 days or so, has significantly had peaks and valleys, but this is very, very healthy looking for Zbcn. But more specifically, I wanted to talk about Zebec Network in today's video, and just the community that Zebec is building, right? I mean, I make these YouTube videos. I'm on Twitter as well. Follow me, BGSNOY. And I see the engagement on different projects, right? But the engagement on Zebec is extremely, extremely bullish. And I think not a lot of people probably understand that concept of how engagement, is a, to me at least, a positive correlation. Not necessarily, it's not usually negative, but it is a positive correlation, usually to the way the bullish sentiment overall in crypto, right? I think when you look and you talk about crypto projects, and then you see how the engagement is, whether it's on YouTube or X, because obviously crypto is very big in those spaces, it is very, very interesting when you see these projects run up engagement wise. And Zebec is at the top, in my opinion, when I do talk about these crypto projects. The amount of engagement, the amount of positivity that I do see, bullish sentiment that I do see when it comes to Zebec Network. Now the holder count here, or that's not what I want to do. The holder count here for Zebec continues to grow, 78,000. I mean, just what is this, 5 days ago we were at 76,500. So people are absolutely continuing to buy Zebec Network. Now when we talk about Zebec again here, I saw this tweet again. Shout out to Lucky Token 777 on Twitter. I will put a link in the description below. Again, I don't think this is, I'm not sure where this is from. Like I was even looking at the comments on this tweet, right? Because there is no verifiable source of where this is coming from. But again, I've seen other things online, people talking about how the Coinbase potential listing is coming for Zebec. They're essentially doing their due diligence. Again, could be BS. I'm not going to claim this to be truthful, but nonetheless, I think a talking point, because when you look at Zebec and then you look at the markets for Zebec, right? I know there's quite a bit of people, at least in the United States, that hold their Zebec on Coinbase. I mean, not Coinbase, sorry, Uphold, Crypto.com exchange, KuCoin, Gate.io, OKX is the largest one as far as volume goes, daily volume, or maybe not actually, Gate.io. Gate, actually, I guess, percentage of volume, yeah, it's Gate. So when you talk about these things and then you talk about how Zebec has done, right, over the last, year or so, up 307%. And this is really, I mean, since April, right? We're not even talking about the whole year. We're talking about since April till now. We're talking about like 3-4 months max. You talk about this type of price action in a rather short amount of time, and then you talk about this type of price action without a Coinbase listing and without a Binance listing. I think it really, you kind of can't help but to not be bullish on it, right? When you talk about this type of price action that's happened in, again, a rather relatively, in my opinion, short amount of time, right? Just truthfully, it has been relatively short amount of time when we talk about where it is now, where it could go, where it hopefully will continue to go moving forward. But nonetheless, this tweet is very interesting. And then also Zebec put this tweet out, right? Progress towards the 2025 compliance roadmap, which to me is very, very important as well. We know about obviously the globalization and just the adoption and regulation of crypto as a whole in the world, in the United States more specifically, at least on this channel. But the MICA, right, the markets, the regulation, I guess, I don't know if you'd call them community, I don't know, the governance essentially in Europe for crypto regulation is the MICA, and then ISO, right, the ISO 222. All of these things are in progress as far as compliance goes, and they're doing this with GateKnox, which I believe, obviously the GateKnox partnership, or I think even Zebec, yeah, Zebec bought a Zebec Network company. Zebec bought GateKnox, AI powered KYC for Web3, and again, the compliance is going to be very, very key. And I even mentioned this, and I think in the video yesterday when I do talk about Zebec Network, is that if there is coins that I do talk about on the channel, and we're talking about profit taking for this specific bull market, or we're talking about profit taking in the next 12 months, right, when we hopefully do see highs of all highs and things like that. But Zebec, of all the cryptos that I do talk about on the channel, is one that I do look to hold coins after this bull market. Like, I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 year holds for Zebec Network could be very, very bullish, in my opinion. I just think there's gonna be that type of upside opportunity when there is just more adoption, when there is, we already saw it yesterday with the announcement, with the news. I believe I put a tweet out about it. I think I retweeted it, actually. Again, follow me on Twitter at BJSNOY. But this, we saw the Chase Coinbase partnership, which is obviously massive, right, and should surprise absolutely no one. But things like this, right, bridging TradeFi to crypto, things like this, I see Zebec having a place in, right? Like, you could see, again, in the most bullish sense. Say, for example, this was ADP, and ADP comes out, right? ADP, one of the largest payroll processing companies in the world. What is it, like a multi-billion, 50 billion market cap, something like that, or over 100 billion market cap, sorry. ADP is this, Twitter account, and they come out and say, we're partnering with Zebec to accelerate crypto adoption and payroll processing. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Again, I'm not predicting that, but something like that could massively happen 3-4 years from now, and Zebec could be going absolutely crazy. So again, I just wanted to reiterate, the community that Zebec has is very, very bullish, and it's very, very strong, in my opinion. So let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Zebec Network now, currently. Check out the Discord link in the description below. Hope to see you guys in there. Hit the subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.